What's going on, guys? It's your buddy MLC Stealth, and today we have a gameplay of Domination on Firing Range, and the gameplay actually does not correspond at all to what I want to talk about, and what I do want to talk about is survival, so I'm not really going to touch on the gameplay, but I do want to talk about this topic. I saw the movie 127 Hours yesterday, and if you don't know what that movie is, it's about the novel or the book Between a Rock and a Hard Place. It's a true story. But it's about this survival hiking guy who just loves the outdoors. And he was in a little rock crevice. He was rock climbing, and a rock pinned him between a wall, and he was stuck between literally a rock and a hard place. And he was trapped there for 127-ish hours. And he eventually got out because he had to cut off his own arm, and that's how he survived. But I do want to talk about that, like survival kind of. What would you guys do to survive? I was thinking about that. Like, would I actually be able to cut off my own arm in that situation to survive? I have watched a lot of Man vs. Wild and Survivor Man, so I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I know how to survive. But I have watched a lot of that stuff because surviving and survival intrigues me. I'm probably gonna make a zombie commentary one day, and just talking about zombies and my interest in them and how awesome I think that'd be to have a zombie apocalypse, but that's a different story. This story is real life surviving. But yeah, I watched a lot of Man vs. Wild and Survivor Man, so I kind of know how to survive-ish outdoors, but it's not the fact of knowing what to do to survive, it's about doing what it takes to survive, and by that I mean cutting off your own arm. It got to the point drinking your own urine so you could stay hydrated and not die, because water is definitely a need when you're surviving, which is I love how they talked about water. Like that was basically the premise of the movie, 127 Hours, and they just kept mentioning and mentioning, and by they I just mean the directors and all that. Just kept mentioning how he did not have enough water and how he wishes he had more, because water is a very important part, and he got to the point where he drink his own pee. And I don't know, I right now I can say, yeah, I would drink my own pee and cut off my own arms to survive, but then I start thinking about it a little more, and I'd be like, would I really do that? Because watching 127 Hours, I was like, oh, cutting off your own arm, that's, I don't know if I could do that. But he did have a tourniquet and all that, and his arm circulation was cut off for a few days, so not as painful as just like cutting off your arm without all that stuff. But I was watching and I was like, I don't know if I could do that. And then it gets to the point, after you haven't had enough water, and if you've been sitting in the same spot for days straight, it would get to the point where you're basically just going crazy, and you're like, whatever, cutting off your arm just happens in like milliseconds, and 1 second you're looking at your arm, the next second you're just like on the ground like, oh, I don't have an arm anymore, because that's kind of what it made it seem like in 120. Great movie. If you guys have not seen that movie, I really do recommend go seeing it, because it's really inspirational, and just watching it I was like, wow, I don't know if I would have what it takes to be that guy, but he actually cut off his own. It's ridiculous, because I don't know if this is how it was in real life, but in the movie, the blade that he had to cut off his own arm was completely dull, and he had to get like a fish hook cutter thing. I don't know what it was, but he basically had to just keep sawing and gnawing and picking at his arm. Like, it wasn't just like a fire axe and one clean like swell swoop of the axe and it was off. It took several minutes, and probably more than several minutes, like maybe now, I don't know. But he just kept hacking and hacking away at the arm, and eventually it was off. And I don't know. What would you guys do to survive? That is the question of the day. I would love to say that I'm that guy who could drink his own urine and cut off his own arm to survive. Hopefully I am, because if I got in that situation one day, I would want to know that I am strong enough to survive. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, man, that would stink if I was just that guy who was like, well, I am not strong enough to sit here and do all this, so I'm just going to sit here and die. And I may have died, I don't know, but it gets you thinking, it really does. I was sitting in my bed and I was just thinking about that movie, and I was like, whew, I just had a good thinking about my life and how I have to appreciate it, because 1 second it can turn from, hey, this is a good life, just having a good time, the next second you could be in a life-threatening situation. I don't know. I'm probably getting too deep for you guys. So I will maybe change the topic. I am currently working on. This is a completely different topic. I'm working with my friend on some Claymore douchebag. Working with my friend on some sort of live action skits that we're going to perform. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just kind of like some. If you guys know who Freddie W is, he's a good YouTuber who makes a few minute films. And me and my friend are trying to work on some like comedy sketches because we think we're funny individuals, and we're just gonna make a couple minute like comedy shorts. And I'm probably gonna make a new channel for it because I don't want this channel to be like I don't want my subscriber base to be split, so I'm not going to have like half the people are here for commentaries, half the people are here because they like my funny skits that I made. But I do not know how long it's going to take for us to do that, but he does have a pretty good camera, and we're both pretty good editors. Ooh, I hopped over that Claymore. So hopefully what we do is going to be funny stuff, and it's hopefully going to get a lot of attention and views, and I don't really care about that. We're just doing it for fun, but hopefully we get big off of it, because that'd be awesome. But yeah, we're going to work on that, and definitely closer to the reveal date, I will let you guys know, and I'll definitely be having I'll be making several videos on this channel telling you guys to go check those videos out, so you're probably not going to miss it. I will like every day be like, hey, did you guys remember that video that I was talking about? And here's links to the videos because it's awesome. But yeah, that's hopefully what I'm going to be doing. I don't know. I'm hesitant to tell you some of the ideas because if they don't work out, then, I don't know. It's my idea. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm trying to halfway say words. But you guys are going to see the videos once they are done, and I will gladly show them to you. But yeah, so question of the day, you can just tell me in the comment section below, and we can have a all-star debate about it, because I do want to hear your guys' views and opinions on it. But yeah, tell me if you guys would do what it takes to survive, even if it meant giving up something of yourself, like your arm or something. Because that is a deep, deep topic. But yeah, anyways, that's basically going to be the end of the video. If you like deep talks like this, I don't even know if it's that deep. I kind of just told you, hey, I liked the movie, and good for him surviving. That's probably, like I said, probably not that deep of a topic. But if you guys like me talking about things like this, I will definitely do so, because it is fun. It's fun not really talking about gameplay. But I don't know, if you guys want to hear gameplay, I can definitely be like, I'm running around with Olympia. Look at me sprinting with Marathon Pro. I can do whatever. I love YouTube. I love making commentaries. I especially love seeing your guys' input on what you like to see, because it makes me feel all fuzzy and good inside when you guys enjoy my commentaries and you enjoy me as an individual. Anyways, that's going to be it, guys. You give the video a like rating. That would be very awesome. And you guys have a good life. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to watch The Green Lantern because that's at midnight tonight. See ya.